as far as I know, looking at the Constitution, we don't have any hierarchy. Each member of cabinet has a portfolio. The Foreign Affairs Minister has a portfolio of Minister of Foreign Affairs and Gambians abroad. The Minister of Information has the portfolio of Minister of Information. So when it comes to information, it is the Minister of Information that should be dealing with information.
Which he is doing.
He is doing.
Yes.
But what information is he feeding us? He is feeding us with information that we do not need, false information, I would say.
Oh.
Because we need to be told what is happening in the country. We need to be told how His Excellency came up with, I saw it in the media, that the newly built office was built with $2 million. Where on earth?
Which newly built office?
The newly regional whatever office. I just
Oh,
saw
you mean the NPP?
the NPP
okay.
office. So I saw it in the media. I'm not saying it.
$2 million?
That's what I
Goodness
saw
me,
in the media.
That's
So
over
if we-
$130 million.
So if Ismail Assisi, as the Minister of Information, would come.
But that's political news. That's not his business to be sharing with people. He's not part of NPP.
Come on.
He's CA, isn't he?
All the ministers are part of NPP. Let us be honest.
Yeah, I remember Silla said that when NPP,
all the ministers,
when NPP was just being formed.
Exactly.
I asked him the question categorically.
All the ministers are part of NPP. So that is, I wouldn't even mince my word by saying that they are not. But the minister that really shocked me as being part of NPP is the Justice Minister, because we need justice in this country. What is wearing an ashobi means? Wearing an ashobi means
he wore an ashobi.
Obviously, he wore an ashobi. I don't know, asobi or ashobi, whatever we call it.
Yeah,
but a minister, we have Minister of Justice and the Attorney General. The Attorney General should be the legal advisor of the President on legal issues. Minister of Justice is linked with the Attorney General. They are two separate positions. But let me tell you something. Justice should be for everybody. When you look at the Minister of Justice, we should have that confidence that whatever happens, because in our Constitution, before certain criminal procedures are done, they must have the advice of the Minister of Justice for it to go ahead. If we do not have that confidence on the Minister of Justice, mind you, he's my younger brother, because the father and my family are very close.
Listen, we're all related here.
We are all related, but
just on Sunday, let me tell you something. Just on Sunday, the First Lady, Touma Barrow, stood up and said, in front of thousands of Catholics, that he is a Gomez. So now when I talk about Touma Barrow, I will say Touma Barrow Gomez.
You know that is all about politics. She can tell us where on earth she got the Gomez from, because I can say that she is not a Gomez.
From her adopted father, the late father Peter Gomez.
Okay, no problem. No problem. She can say anything she wants. She's my daughter anyway.
Yeah, but just going back to this Attorney General and Minister of Justice thing.
No, what I mean is that as the justice should be across the board for everybody. Because if we go, I'm glad that I did not see the Attorney General in that, because that would have been just disastrous.
If you had seen, you did not see him in Ashobi?
In Ashobi, yes.
So you only heard that he was in Ashobi at somewhere? No.
If I had seen him or heard about it, I would have been worried. Because the judiciary is our last resort.
Oh, you mean the Chief Justice?
The Chief Justice.
Oh, okay, no.
The Chief Justice.
Okay.
If I had seen him, I would have been worried and scared for us in this country. But thank God, I did not see him. But to go back to the situation in this country.
The Chief Justice is mature enough, is experienced enough to know that,
that's why I said I am glad. Because otherwise we would have been doomed. Like I said,
you'd have thought that the judiciary also is compromised.
I don't want to say that, and I wouldn't want to.
No, if you had seen him in Ashobi.
If I had seen him, I would have been so worried.
Okay.
I would have been worried, like
Why?
every Gambian would have been, because we think that the judiciary should be independent, because the assembly is too political. The cabinet
assembly is meant to be political.
Exactly, that's why I said. But when we at the assembly, outside, we should be political, because politics took us into the assembly. But when we are in the assembly, the reason we are called National Assembly members is to think of national interest first. But the fact that Barrow polluted the assembly by bringing in Sidinjai 1, bringing in Fabakary Tombong 2, bringing in a member that was rejected by the people 3.
Is that your co-female MP?
It's a fact that it's happened. He has a right to nominate anybody as of the Constitution. But when you nominate with your conscience. Nominate bearing in mind what the people would appreciate. You understand? Because Barrow was voted by the people, and every day I wake up, I am grateful that I did not vote for Barrow in 2021. And I am grateful because my conscience wouldn't have allowed me for what is happening. I love Gambia.
He loves Gambia more, perhaps.
I don't think he loves Gambia. If Barrow had loved Gambia, Barrow would have eaten humble pie and stepped aside in 2026. He does not love Gambia. We are hoping that he will. He does not love Gambia. Barrow Barrow stood on national TV and he said he cannot. So he was depending on people to support him.
He learned on the job.
You cannot learn on this job. This is not kindergarten where you can go and learn. If he had learned, he did not learn anything, or he did not learn the good things because he wasn't taught well. With all due respect, he's our president until 2026, but I am begging for Gambians not to vote for him in 2026 because we should love Gambia first. Anybody that is joining Barrow at this point is not joining Barrow because they love the Gambia. They are joining Barrow because they want to have a piece of the cake.
You are asking us to risk the good work that Barrow has started by building roads, bridges, and just bring in somebody else.
So, good work. Jammeh built roads, Jammeh built bridges. Jammeh was, Barrow inherited Jammeh, and he continued. So whoever should come, we are not risking anything. It's just a continuation. Leadership should be continued. Where you stop, somebody else should come and do. So that is why term limits are also very important, so that you can set yourself targets to say within these 10 years, this is what I am going to do. If you cannot do it beyond that, within that 10 years, then it means that you cannot do it. We thank him for everything that he has done. But if you remember, in 1999, there was no coastal road beyond Senegambia. Jammeh did that. Barrow did the Hakala. So someone else can come and do something else. Maybe if someone else comes.
Barrow also did URR.
Yeah.
Lots of roads in the...
No. Jammeh also did some roads. Jammeh built schools. I was going on tour last month. And all of the schools that I saw, 1995, 1996, it kept me thinking, Jammeh has also done something.
Of course he has.
Yeah, exactly. They have all done their part. Sadauda did his part. He did his part. He started with the economic recovery plan. Unfortunately, it did not continue. Jammeh came in. They stopped that. That would have taken us further than we are at this moment. That's why we need succession. We need continuation. If we talk to Barrow now, right now, who is he grooming for succession? I don't see anybody. Jawara also failed in grooming. No, hang on. Jawara also failed in grooming succession. Jammeh failed in grooming for succession. That is why we are where we are today. No continuation of the plan. If you sit in that seat, always have in mind that I shall be going someday. What I start is not about me. It should be about the Gambia. Barrow built the roads for what? The roads should be built so that they can open viability for businesses, for investments, for everything. You build that and then you stop. You do not think of all those things. Those people living in these provinces where these roads are built, before they get to their homes, they have to struggle because there are no access roads to go inside those villages. I go to Basse, I go to the provinces all the time.
You have just validated Barrow's reason for running in 2026 because he told us that he cannot leave now because the party is too young. The party is too new to be left. with a presidential candidate other than himself, to contest in 2026.
And that is the more reason why Gambians should not trust Barrow in 2026, because only thing that Barrow is thinking of is not about continuing the building process of this country, but the building process of his party. A party, I do not want to say this, a party with people that we do not trust as that I do not trust as Gambians. If Barrow in 2021 to win an elections would go and have an alliance with the APRC so that he can win, Barrow that in 2026 fought so hard, went across the country, 2016, to remove the APRC, yet going back within 5 years, thinking that without them he cannot make it, then Barrow is not worth voting for.
Come on, you know this more than me. In politics, there are no permanent enemies.
No permanent enemies, but there you should guard your integrity. You should guard your integrity with your life. You should guard your beliefs, your principles. In 2026 then, in 2016 then, why did we remove Jammeh? Just to go back in 2021 to say that without his party we cannot move forward, then we could have progressed with APRC in 2016. So you know what? Your word. I always say it. I am not rich. I am not beautiful. I am not anything.
Well, you are beautiful. I'm not sure about your riches.
But my pride, my principles are my riches. My dignity is what I guard with all my might, with all my heart. You know, when I was going for the elections in 2022, people were telling me, you are not going to win if you do not join NPP. I said, if I join NPP and win my election...
Did NPP want you?
No. If I join NPP and win my elections, I would have lost everything. I would have lost myself. I would have gone to Parliament and not be me. Look at me. I took the risk. I went back. I won my elections and I won my dignity. I would have rather gone and lost as an independent, and I would have been happier than winning on the NPP.